Master Eugene Nkrumah Yeboah, Gyinyase District, received the 2022 Presidential Award for being the best BECE Male Candidate for Ashanti Region.
Year-old Eugene Nkrumah Yeboah is a member of the Gyinyase District in the Atonsu Area of the Church of Pentecost, who received the Presidential Award for being the best BECE Male Candidate for Ashanti Region. Eugene was acknowledged by the Chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle ERIC Nyamekye, during the 46th Annual General Council meeting for his hard work. He is from a family of 5, born and bred in the church, and despite his age, he's been very effective and successful in where he finds himself.
I'm currently in Prempeh College, offering general science. I am from the Nkrumah family, where my parents are Mr. Isaac Nkrumah Yeboah and Mrs. Gladys Nkrumah Yeboah. I'm from a family of 5 children, where I'm the firstborn. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
I've known Eugene for some time now, for about 2 years now. I think the first time I met him was when I came to Gyinyase District. That was in September 2021, and I visited the family. And that was the first time I saw Eugene. And when I engaged with the family, I realized that Eugene was a very cool, quiet type. He wouldn't speak much. I'm not even sure he even spoke that day. I decided to follow him up a little. And so I've been trying to follow him in the church. And Eugene, I've known him to be very active in church, even though he seems to be very quiet.
President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo rewarded the 2021-2022 winners of the President's Independence Day Awards in Accra. The awards, which is sponsored by Nestle Ghana Limited, is an annual event which recognizes and rewards young brilliant students between the ages of 14 and 19 from across the regions. This award has been the dream of young Eugene.
Throughout my childhood, I've always wanted to be the best. And as I came to Good Shepherd, they also taught me to always be the best. And I'd heard about the Presidential Award where some of my predecessors had won it, and I had also wanted to win the Presidential Award. And by God's grace, I won it. Okay, so maybe you also want to win the Presidential Award. To win the Presidential Award, first, you must make sure you study hard. And the Presidential Award is selected from each region. We have a male candidate and a female candidate from each region. So I won the male category in the Ashanti region. And also, they also have 4 slots for specially gifted people, or should I say, excuse my words, disabled people. That's visually impaired and hearing impairment. So when you top your region, you are then selected to represent your region as either the male or the female candidate for the Presidential Award. And you go to Accra, where you have a whole series of activities. I can say the activities was very fun. You have a 5-day experience where you'll be going on series of trips, series of tours. You'll be learning a lot. And I can say I've never regretted winning this award because it has marked one of the best and memorable moments of my life, I can say. So I'll urge each student to learn how to also win the Presidential Award. Okay, so I won the Presidential Award. First of all, I won it by God's grace. Since I had wanted to win it since my childhood, I've always been praying about it, and I've been telling that's my pastor and my parents about it. So they had all helped me in prayers, and they have all given me their support. And also, I can say the school has helped me a lot, because the school Good Shepherd groomed me and trained me to chop the success. And I can also say support from my parents helped me, and somehow my own efforts, that's my studies, burning can deep into the night, studying very late, coming for classes, a lot have come into it, and it has paid off.
His coach, Sir Perez or Sir Prempe, has been consistent in helping Good Shepherd clinch the presidential award on several occasions. He speaks on commitment and consistency, something that Eugene had in stock before fulfilling his childhood dream by the grace of God.
Well, when we say presidential award, it is a scheme, an award scheme that is instituted by the president for performing students, especially students who excel well in academics. And when we talk about academics, maybe the BEC becomes the benchmark for excelling in academics. So for students who produce excellent results in the BEC are given such award as a means to honor them. First should be commitment. For such award scheme, if you're not committed, along the line, you look at the number of students who are vying for the same award scheme. If you're not committed, you will lose focus, and then you lose sight of the award in general. So you have to be a very committed person. I won't say just intelligence, because there are a lot of students who are also intelligent, but you should be very committed. Then that committed should come with hard work, because that is the only way you can earn such recognition. Well, every year we put in a lot of effort. It is not just with maths and science, but for the person to win the award, you have to be a student who is good in all the subjects. So it means that consistently the winning of the award shows how much work the teachers put in grooming these young ones to win the award. Because if you just realize that last year you win, this year you lose out on the award, it means something is missing somewhere. So, and you know, in this country, it takes a lot of hard work to stay on top. So I would say it is as a result of the commitment and then the hard work of the teachers as well. Also, every year, the teachers seem to focus on some students who have the potential of winning the award. And they give them special coaching and training, so that when it comes to such awards, they can be recognized as well.
Results nearby occur. Na yeniaje, yenim se obeti media, but ni yeniaje. Na presidential award na yenka bi nhemu. Me da ho ewie bi manko baabia na menya akọ me fire na ye ne headmaster. Se mommy, Eugene win presidential award. Oh, many G because we say MP abusuanum da, but nyankopon nam ye bai so aya. Na ye ni je sonko nti hwa na me frɛ ne papa na se papa BECE ni o papa na nso ani je ni nuamon so na omo ko school omo ba ya na msan me frɛ omo na se mo bra o de ani je sem aba o wi ni presidential award na che se ani je aba me frɛ me pastor so na se pastor de o ba ne de aba ni o nti ani je ni de me who said the mekan kwesi you need the pa.
I heard the news. That was a day before we vacated. I'm a Form 2 student, so I heard the news a day before we vacated. I was just there, and one of my friends just came to me and he said, I was standing with my friends and he just told me, Eugene, let's have a small talk aside. So I went, we were discussing, he was like, you have won the presidential award. I was like, wait, is that a prank or are you kidding me? Because I thought they wouldn't award for that year because they had skipped the year, so I thought I wasn't going to win it. So when he said, I didn't believe it at first, but later I got a call from my mother and she confirmed it, and I can say that has been, if not the best moment of my life, one of the best moments of my life, and I'll never forget that day. I was very happy and I thanked God. I prayed, I praised the Lord. Then I kept on thinking about it, even in my dreams.
Mrs. Nkrumah, a deaconess of the Church of Pentecost in the Gyinyase District, takes us through how she has been able to nurture her children through the church's godly values and principles to impact her home.
Yes, pa. Ye morning devotion. Omu papa ni he nyina me no omo ye. Ansa na obia de esese wo ye no. Na dabi wo ha me maba ko nketwa no me se wo preach. Bia onso kanya me asem. Wo worship, wo lead. Enti saa ne omani nyina me di rewra nkola num. Ena me mo ho se enya wo maame ana wo papa nko na esese wo bre wo ho asema no. Udu abontin a obi a wo behu ne bia fani die a ese efa no strema wo bia wo bre wo ho asehye panyi ase ana wo size ase ana enye se wagimi but wo pese nyankopon epejao enti meda bia Eugene me frɛ na me se bre wo ho ase Bible se wo bre wo ho ase a o ma wo so enti bre wo ho ase na nyankopon Emma was so. And Tisa Quine Yana Mefaso, etete warm.
For Eugene, I didn't know much about his academics until I was informed by the mother that he has been shooting for the presidential award. In fact, that was where I started to get to know more about him. And engaging him from then, I realized that even though he looks very quiet, cool and calm, unassuming, but when you engage him, his level of intelligence and the depth of wisdom he exudes is very high. It's very high. And so when I was informed, I must say that I was also very happy that at least a member from my district is going to be recognized at that high level, that high stage. I was very, very happy. And I realized that we needed to give him all the support he needs to be able to go for that award.
I've been visiting their local assemblies, especially during the youth ministry meetings. And then I've seen him on 2 occasions leading opening prayers and also being the conductor for the service. So Eugene, on a very serious note, he's been involving himself in the youth ministry activities.
Good Shepherd RC Primary and Junior High School has indeed helped to mold Eugene academically to become who he is today. The school boasts of several prestigious awards year in and out, thanks to discipline and committed staff ready to impact every given time.
I am Gyinyase District, the headmaster of Good Shepherd RCGHS, one of the best schools in Ashanti Region, or if possible Ghana. This school was established in 1997 and has struck a lot of success in the area of academics. So with the BECE, we have achieved the best of results throughout the year, and it has made the school become so attractive to a lot of people, to the extent that getting accommodation for them is sometimes difficult. A lot of people who qualify are denied because of space. In terms of discipline too, we are on top, and I might say it's discipline that has helped in the academic excellence of the school, and it's something we're making every effort to protect and promote the image of Good Shepherd RCGHS to continue to be the best school in Ashanti Region. Eugene was admitted into the school, I think, in the 2018-2019 academic year. And right from the onset, he exhibited signs of academic excellence, and also coupled with a lot of discipline on his part. And to that extent, I think he won, he caught the eyes of almost everybody, teachers, his classmates, and the entire student body. And he's somebody who is very serious when it comes to academic. So right from day one that he entered into this school, he showed signs of academic excellence. And he topped, I think, the overall results for the midterm. That was his first exams in Good Shepherd. And it continued till he finished. He also represented the school in a lot of quiz and debate competitions as the main contestant. And through him, we won a lot of these contests. And one of the contests, which is a national contest, dubbed the Brain Battle Quiz, I think it was organized by the National Catholic Secretariat. So Eugene joined. We have a science and maths quiz team here. So right from Form 1 he joined, and in Form 2 he was one of the contestants, something which is less, I think, most often reserved for Form 3 students, but he was one of the contestants. He did well, and when he got to the final year, he became the main contestant. That's when he was in the second year that he joined. That was 2020. That was the maiden edition. The school won that competition. I think it was held in Accra. 2021, where he became the main contestant, he also led the team to win for the second time. And a lot of quiz competitions that he has taken part, and through that we've won. No wonder, because of his academic performance, it truly reflected in his BECE results. BECE results, where he had 9 1s in all the subjects, and also getting a raw score of 353 out of 400. And based on that, he was selected as the beneficiary of the Presidential Award. That's the male category for Ashanti Region. And I think that one too was held in Accra. We all went there to support him for that award. And because of his excellent performance, he also gained admission into Prempeh College, which is one of the prestigious schools in Ashanti Region. And he's pursuing a course in general science.
That did not make him a swollen-headed person. He was so humble, very affable, ready to assist his mates whenever they needed help. He could be seen as someone who was very, very attentive in class. Although we know that he is gifted, but he never downplayed the fact that he needed to know more from his teachers and then the environment he was put in. Aside being his class teacher, I was his English teacher.
Well, for Eugene and myself, I won't just say I am his teacher, because we became friends also, because we talk after school. If you see Eugene on phone, maybe on WhatsApp chat, then it should be me, because I'll have to engage him all the time, academic work. When it comes to personal relationship also, we talk about stuff. I remember very well, we spoke about this presidential award a year before he won, because I was the one who actually told him that it is something he can win. So he should actually make it a goal to set. And for me, I couldn't have been prouder than seeing him win the award, because it was not just a goal or a dream come true, but also for me to personally inculcate such desire in him, and for him to also put up the hard work to win it. It tells you that it's not just a teacher and student relationship, but it goes beyond that.
Eugene won the Presidential Award for the Ashanti Region following an excellent performance in the BECE, scoring 9 1s in all the subjects and getting a raw score of 353 out of 400 out of 400. As to how he did it, he makes this revelation.
Okay, so first of all, they'll choose 6 subjects. That's 4 core and 2 of your best, which should be used to grade you and also used as your raw score. And at the BECE Center, I can say God helped me a lot, and through my diligence and my studies, I found it, should I say, easy at the center. I could answer every question, and even when some of my mates were complaining that they had some troubles or some obstacles in their BECE writing, I was, to be modest, it wasn't actually troubling me, because I saw it as it was easy. Okay, so when I was checking the results, actually I had a little bit of fear in me. You know, the whole anxiety in checking out your results. So I didn't even check with my parents, to be frank. Like, I went into my room, I had my phone, then I had like Momo account. We checked it online. So I just put in my details, then I paid, then I was waiting for my results. I can say my heart was very stamped, it was beating very fast at that moment. And it came, I saw I had straight ones for every subject, and I was very happy. Like, I didn't know what to do at that moment. I didn't know whether to jump, to shout, I didn't know. So I kept it to myself for some time, let's say 2 hours. Then I went out, and my father and my mother, they were at the living room, and I was like, Daddy, Mommy, I've checked my results, and I had straight ones. And you can't imagine the happiness my parents had at that moment. I can say I had never seen my father that happy. He was very happy, congratulated me. My mother was very happy. My mother was shouting all over and everything. Yes, and I thank God for the moment.
The chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle ERIC Nyamekye, recognized the effort of the 17-year-old along with 70 others and acknowledged them during the annual General Council meeting. The joy and exuberance were indescribable, nothing to be compared, and it was a dream come true meeting the chairman of the church.
And my mother, being a devout Pentecost member, she was always saying that she even relished me being called upon by the church or the chairman of the Church of Pentecost even more than the president. So she always had that hope that I'll be called. So it also happened that I was in school again. Then I was actually in class. Then I went outside for some rest or for some break. Then I saw my mother's car. I was like, isn't that my mother's car? But I didn't expect her to be there because it was actually a school day, and my mother hadn't informed me earlier that she'd be coming. So I just saw her, I welcomed her, and she was with my medals and my certificate I got from, that's the president, from the presidential award. And she said she had come to see the headmaster of our school and to show her the awards, because I've also been called upon by the Church of Pentecost to go to the global general meeting for all the ministers. So when she told me that, I was very happy, because seeing the chairman of the Church of Pentecost, a whole chairman, that's a very memorable opportunity, and it comes once in a blue moon. So I was very happy. I was very, very happy. So I went for an exit, and I came home, and I had a call from my pastor, that's Reverend Emmanuel Chimensa, and he briefed me about what I was going to do there, and I was very happy, and I thank God for giving me the opportunity again. It was hectic, the trip. It was a hectic trip. We got to Kaswa. It was my first time being in Central Region. I'd been to many regions, Greater Accra, Eastern, Western, but I'd never been to the Central Region. So it was a whole new experience for me. And as we were going, I was having a talk with Pastor, my mother, and we also had some ministers in our car. So we were having brief talks, and yeah. And we came to Millennium City, Gomwafete, where PCC, Pentecost Convention Center is. And I can say that building is such a grand building and a very nice building. And I've never seen its kind. I can say it's the biggest religious building I've seen, in my view. It's also very nice. So I was very happy when I got there. So we went in, we checked in, and I was privileged to see some of my former teachers. Like, I actually saw my teacher, my first source of inspiration. That's probation overseer Isaac Donko. He's now in the training. He will become a pastor very soon. So he talked. We had some conversations. We realized all the old memories we had, and we checked in. And we went. They allocated us to our dormitories, and we went to sleep. And I can say I had very sweet dreams, like sleeping in a whole church building. So the next day, we actually got briefed about how we were going for the award, the whole program. It was that the special guest of honor was going to be the vice president, and they also gave us a special card. And I can say, being a host of ministers, that's pastors, elders, apostles, evangelists, and be given a special tag walking around with your chest out, it's a nice feeling. So I was very happy there, and we actually got to receive the award from chairman and the other executive members of the Church of Pentecost the day after. That was like Wednesday. Yes, and everything went on. I came home. It wasn't even at home. I think it was back when we came to our dormitories. I was there and my mother sent me a video, and I saw myself on TV, and people were calling me saying they have seen the TV, and I was like, oh yeah, that's me. I've gone here, and I was very happy.
No, call yeah. You could do yeah. Wow, me call her that me first time. Many day, Papa. Hey, now we cry now say yeah. Tell me who. Me sure Sam's hey. Sir Pentecost here will be baby into your tight na you know. I say a who you Nyamekye na ye dwuma kosua. As I say a who you because penny for Eddie Yane Mapa. Many J pa ewo hono. Sanka yen na yen ka binshem says PCC or ye beko hono. But Nyankopon nam ye ban so Eddie ekodu ye no. Na
his recognition has taken the district youth ministry at Gyinyase to a different height in the Atonsu area.
I think it's a plus for us as members of the Gyinyase District, having our wonderful guy winning this very wonderful award. And then it's an opportunity to really advise the younger ones, to really let them know that yes, we can. In fact, we've been having conferences about we've been having career conferences and those things. So some of these things gives us the proof of what we've been talking about. In fact, they are seeing the tangibility of what we talk about. So it's a great impact in the sense that this time around we have evidence. They are seeing the evidence of what we talk about in our conferences and also at our youth meetings.
Eugene's excellence at the age of 17 is a legacy most of the students at Good Shepherd looks up to. They imitate the young one from his God-fearing attitude, commitment and dedication in the area of academics and follow his mark to be achievers someday.
I haven't known Eugene for long, but the little I know about him is he was very intelligent. Whenever mocks were written in the school examinations and the results were pasted, the first name you see on the list was Eugene's name, then the rest of the people will follow. So that was something that was unique and special about him.
Any small time you get, you must make use of it. That is what I really learned about him. And that's the most special thing, was that he was a person who used his time wisely and also knew what to do at the right time.
And that's something I've learned about him, and I would like to emulate that thing in my life each day. And also I would advise him that since he has started on the right path, he should tread on that.
The fact that he was the boys prefect of this school, a senior prefect, never had any effect on his studies. He was very serious, he was very committed, and he was able to balance everything. He was able to give enough time to his prefectship and at the same time his studies. and he excelled very well in both.
Gracious one.